OPPO's newest flagship may just have the best cameras on a smartphone, if you can get your hands on it. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. We're looking at the Find X7 Ultra today, which is exciting because if you were with us last year and we checked out this phone's predecessor, the OPPO Find X6, you'd know that that phone had amazing cameras. Like, they were legit. OPPO did this by making sure that all the cameras on the phone were the cameras to use. What do I mean by that? Well, you know how phones have, like, let's say 3 or 4 cameras on the back, and usually there'd be one good one on that 3-cam or 4-cam setup, and users would default to using that one camera? The OPPO Find X6 from last year had 3 rear cameras, but all of those 3 cameras were main cameras, meaning all 3 cameras were powerful cameras that could take really good shots. And this year with OPPO Find X7 Ultra, we're not getting 3 main cameras on the back like they did on the Find X6. We're getting 4 crazy good cameras on the back. I'm so excited to test that out, but first, let's unbox. So what's new with this phone? First of all, that looks very familiar. Obviously, except for the additional one other camera, if I look at the 2 phones from afar, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Well, aside from the included case, last year's was just so much better than this year's included case. So on this phone, you again get that nice leather back, you get that really nice curved screen. I really am team curved screen. Now, our review unit is a sepia brown, but I will say that there is a black and a blue one, and normally I wouldn't care for the black or blue one. And I didn't think I'd ever say this, but I actually sort of want the black one just because of how it looks with the black metal and the black back. It just looks a little bit different and very cool and mysterious. I don't know what's wrong with me. It isn't pink, but I want it. Now, aside from that, this thing is now powered by a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which, surprise, is the flagshipest of the flagship chip on a phone these days. But yeah, let's take a closer look at this phone. Again, this is one classy looking phone. That vegan back really gives it that unique feel. You of course have the camera module, which is in no way tiny. And you get that same nice detail, the texture on the sides of the camera module. Again, that's 4 main cameras. 2 of them, as you can see, periscope cameras. You also still get that Hasselblad branding. On this side, you get your volume rocker, you get your unlock button, and that nice smooth screen. Again, this is still a curved display. At the bottom, you get your SIM tray, USB-C, speakers. On the other side, you get that toggle, and that switches out the notification settings. And up top, you also get speakers as well. Let's talk more about those crazy cameras. Like I said, there are 4 main cameras on the back of this phone. So first off, we have a 50-megapixel shooter with a 1-inch Sony sensor equipped with OIS. Then we got a second 50-megapixel wide shooter, again with a Sony sensor. A third 50-megapixel camera with a 3 times optical zoom. And then a 4th periscope camera, this time with a 6 times zoom. Up front, that's a 32-megapixel selfie camera with another Sony sensor. And yes, this front-facing camera can do 4K 60 FPS. Now, obviously having these cameras on a phone, I just couldn't wait to test them out. So I did bring this out and about to shoot some sample shots. And I think I got a little carried away, hence this barrage of samples, but let me show you. So first of all, this thing has an amazing zoom. This goes from wide 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x up until 120x. Now, OPPO claims optical level zoom, and so when I tried it out, you could definitely see that they are crazy zooms. Look at the detail on the shot, even zoomed in as much as 120 times. The thing with this camera is, and this is something that I noticed with the Find X6, the previous phone that I tested out, because that had great zooms and this has great zooms. When you're shooting with this, you're now sort of trained not to go into the shot and shoot. You can just zoom in to 3x or 6x and you get such great photos. Personally, I think that the 3x looks amazing and that's what I use a lot. I didn't think I'd be using my zoom cameras this much, but surprise, with this thing, I have been. Now, those zooms are also great for portrait shots. Well, first off, even when you're not on portrait mode, you get a good bokeh already. But again, portrait mode on this thing on 2 times or 3 times zoom, just let me show you. Even low light portraits on this, it looks good. And speaking of low light shots, here are some low light images that I took with this phone. Now, I have to say at this point, I found the camera performance to be amazing. Like, why does it keep on taking such good shots? Moon shot. I was amazed at how great the moon looked in this photo, and I will just say that I tried to take the same shot with another flagship phone that was just released that had also great zooms, and let's just say that it was this phone that gave this scene justice. Right, let's do a quick cam tour. Let's look at the camera real quick. So under photo, you can do wide, 1x, 2x, everything looks clear really, 3x, 6x, and you can zoom in up until, 120x, and then back to wide. Up here you have an action mode, and then you also get your beauty filters and different filters. You have a portrait mode that defaults to 3x, although you can do 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x, and that's the most it'll do on portrait mode, and you can adjust the depth of field. You also have your beauty modes as well. And then on video, you have, one an ultra steady mode that switches to 1080p 60 fps. And yes, you can do 4K on this, 30 or 60 fps. And then you can do wide, 1x, 2x, 3x, 6x, and I'm sure even more at 18x. Look at how crazy zoomed in that is too, and on video, and that looks so good, so clear. I can see my camera. That's crazy. And then under settings, you also have that Hasselblad watermark, and then this master mode that allows you to do pro mode. For the front-facing camera, you have wide, 1x, 2x, and that's as far as you can go. You also have your different filters down here. You get your even more filters. Back to original. On the right, you have your portrait mode. You can do wide, 1x, up until 1x. And you can of course change the depth of field. You have your filters, beauty filters. You have your other filters. And then under more, you get all these other new features. Wait, what is ID photo? Oh, that's really cool. I like that feature. That has to be useful. What is the movie mode? Ooh, just like Pro video mode. Yeah, let's get back to the other side. You have, of course, the ability to shoot in 4K, 30 or 60 FPS on front-facing video. There is a steady mode, and then you can do wide 1x, 2x up until 2x. You also have, wait, let's zoom out. You also have a portrait mode on video, so you can also toggle that blur in the background. Now, obviously, with a week or so I've had with this phone shooting photos, I'm impressed. As early as now, I'm saying that the cameras on this really make me feel like I could get no bad shots. I could shoot in any scenario and I would get great shots. And I did, because I did mirror selfies on a tuk-tuk and those looked good. I shot a little lizard on a balcony and that looked good. Even these random candids on portrait had no business looking this good in this bad lighting. But I digress. I think that the whole me not being able to get bad shots at all with this phone is mostly because of the range of the cameras. Again, you're getting 4 powerful shooters, so you can go from wide, 1x, 3x, 6x, and those photos are gonna look amazing. And yeah, specifically those 3x and 6x, I particularly love shooting with, as is evidenced by the samples. So definitely, this is an amazing flagship phone with no doubt one of the best camera hardware out there. But the caveat is, OPPO is still only selling this device in China, which, to be honest, at this point, might just be the biggest con for this phone. That's it for today. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you'd want to see more videos with OPPO Find X7 Ultra. Comment down below if you want to see a camera vlog test or a social media test. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's IsaDoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Till next time.